to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tiffany, and if this is the first video that you're watching of mine, you have chosen a very good video to watch because today I am celebrating 1K with a little Q&A. See what I did there? So I asked you guys to ask me some questions on my Instagram, and today I'm going to be answering some of them. I wanted to do this on my 1K because I did this with my 100 subscribers, and I just want to show you guys how much I appreciate the love and support that you guys have been giving me on my channel, and I want you guys to know me just a little bit better. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First question, how old are you? I am currently 28 years young. Second, how old were you when you got pregnant? I was 18 when I got pregnant and 19 when I delivered Tristan. How many kids do you want? I wanted maybe 2 to start out with, but the more I'm going and the older I'm getting, I think I want like 3, maybe 4, I'm not sure yet, but definitely more than 1. Next question, how long have you and Manny been together? We've been together for 12 years. We celebrated 12 years this April, and we have been married for going on 2 years. If Tristan would have been a girl, what would his name have been? I really like the name Elena, but Manny was never really a fan of that name. I don't think we got too far along with names to decide if we wanted it to be which one for a girl or boy. I think we found out that it was going to be a boy before we started really buckling down and naming. Next question, do you want a boy or girl next? I don't really care. I do think that I want one of each, so I do want at least one boy and one girl, so I already have my boy with Tristan. Ideally, I think I would want a girl next, but at this point, I really don't care. I just want a healthy and happy baby. How did you and Manny meet? We actually met in high school. So we were introduced by a mutual friend, and at the time he worked at Disney, and he wanted to bring that friend to Disney, and she invited me to go. It was just supposed to be like a group, you know, Disney day. And at first Manny wanted to try to date my friend, and then whenever he met me, he switched and wanted to pursue me. So we actually met in high school. Well, we met while in high school, but we met through Disney. What is one thing that you do that makes Manny mad? When I accidentally like hit him in his sleep. I am known to like just throw my arms, and he'll wind up with like my fist in his face. And he doesn't like get mad at me, obviously, because I'm not doing it intentionally, but he says that he like tries to shove me and wakes me up like, move over. So I think that would have to be number 1. Do you have any tattoos? Yes, I do. I have, how many tattoos do I have? 1, 2, oh yeah, I have 3. I have 3 tattoos. And the second part of that is how many. I'll insert some pictures here of my tattoos. But basically, I have a treble clef on my foot. That was the very first tattoo that I ever got, and I love it so much. I am just very involved in music. I like to sing. I like to play the piano. It was my first tattoo, and I wanted it to mean something to me, and music has always meant a lot to me. So that is my first tattoo. This is my second tattoo. It says Just Breathe on my wrist, but it is in white ink, so you can't see it. I got this some years ago now, and it's kind of fading, so I probably should go retouch it, but it literally is just what it says. It is my constant reminder to just breathe, take one day at a time, and just, you know, it'll all work out, it'll all be okay. Kind of like my mantra to myself. And then the third and the last one that I have is the Disney Minnie, and I got this one actually in conjunction with Manny's tattoo. So I got Minnie and he got Mickey. You guys already know we met through Disney, so it's always been kind of like our special place, and we thought that that would just be really cute. I'm the Minnie to his Mickey, and he is my Mickey to my Minnie. Yeah, so those are all 3 tattoos and the kind of meanings behind them. Next question, what inspired your YouTube channel? I was really getting caught up in the YouTube family vlog scene a couple years ago, and I really honestly just loved how I could see their kids growing up on screen, and like literally their whole lives just played out in front of me. I thought that was so special and something that they're gonna have the rest of their lives, and that their children are gonna be able to look back on and go, wow, like we did a lot of cool things. At that point, that was a couple years ago when I first started my channel, I wanted to kind of have that video diary for Tristan, and I just wanted to start it as soon as I could, and it's just kind of evolved from there. It is still definitely like our video diary, but I feel like more or less Tristan is getting to the age where he just wants to like play video games and like do his own little thing. So, and that's totally fine. Like I don't ever force him to be in my videos or anything. So anytime he's in my videos or in the vlogs, like he wants to be. But I always just let him do his own thing, and that if he wants to be in the videos, obviously he can be. But this is kind of turned into like my own personal video diary, especially with going through the TTC journey. I didn't realize realize that it was going to be such a difficult journey to be on, and I feel like me talking to you really helps me in a therapeutic way to get it out and off of my chest and to try to help somebody else that may be going through the same thing. I'm very much of a people person. I like helping others, and I feel like this kind of helps me, helps you kind of situation, and it really just makes me so happy to know that there are others that look at my channel and that see my videos and are inspired, or they feel a little bit more like I can do this, or it gets them through just a little bit more of their day. That is honestly what I love to see. So if you are feeling that way, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Next question. How did you pick Tristan's name? So in 2008, I think it was, or earlier, I'm not sure, there was a movie that came out titled Tristan and Isolde, or Isolde, I think is what it was called. It was basically a modern day Romeo and Juliet, and I just really, really loved the name Tristan. I do spell it a little differently, so it's spelled almost like Christian, so it's T-I-A-N at the end instead of T-I-N or T-A-N, so Tristan. I chose to spell it like Christian just because I think it just rolls off the tongue a little bit more. Some people have, you know, they want to say it weird and say it's like Tristan, but no, it's Tristan. It's pronounced just like Christian. But yeah, so that movie definitely heavily inspired me. That was the first time I'd ever heard of Tristan, and I immediately fell in love with it. Manny and I kind of played around with a few different names, but Tristan was the one that really just stuck with both of us, and we just knew when we saw him, that's our Tristan. If you could move anywhere in the world, where would it be? Nowhere, actually. I really like everything in my current state. I'm living in Florida, and I have Disney here, I have the beaches here, but most importantly, I have my family here. So I wouldn't want to move anywhere without them. What are you studying in school? So I actually graduated in December with my bachelor's, and I studied psychology. And eventually I will be going back for my master's. I just don't know when yet because I want to have a second baby before I start doing any more classes. What is your favorite pastime as a family? Let me see. Recently, since quarantine has happened, we have definitely become more of a gaming family, meaning like I bought a Switch, Manny bought a Switch, and Tristan plays on his Xbox. So what we do, we actually have like a server that we all go on for Minecraft, and then we can build and construct together, or Manny and I will get on our Switches and play Animal Crossing back and forth together. Yeah, we've definitely gotten down on the games a few times. Our board games have definitely gotten used more since quarantine, and the bikes. So the house and the quarantine situation has really made us reevaluate what family time really means, because before it would always be like, let's go do something, let's go, you know, to Topgolf, or let's go to Disney, but now it's like, let's go on a bike ride, let's go for a walk, let's play a board game, which I really, really find that I enjoy. I find it's more treasurable and more special whenever it's just us and something that we can construct together. Next question. Do you make time for special time together? Manny and I. Yes, we go on dates. We still, you know, the motto still rings true. Don't ever stop dating your significant other. Manny and I try to live by that as much as we can. Right now, in the current situation, of course, it's a little bit more difficult. Finally, Florida is starting to open up slowly but surely. We have not gone on like a date since quarantine has happened, but my mom did take Tristan to her house and kept him over there for a little while, so we were able to have like a little date night here. I'll insert a picture. We actually made a fort in the living room and like had string lights, and we watched a movie and had like a little pallet on the floor. It was just really cute. So like an in-house date night. But yes, we definitely try to make time for each other because it is very important to never stop dating your wife or husband. Was Tristan a planned baby? No, not at all. I was in high school. Manny had just graduated and just started going to college, and so he wasn't done with his studies, but he was what I like to call a very pleasant surprise. Tristan was not planned, but a pleasant surprise. Where do you go on family vacation? Honestly, we typically go, or we did go before everything, obviously. We went to Disney for our family vacations, or we went to the beach. And I really don't think that that's going to change, just because I personally love going to the beach and love going to Disney, and so I know so do the boys. So I don't think that's going to change, but I know that we want to start trying to incorporate traveling more. Something that we've always wanted to do, even before we had Tristan, with it was just Manny and I, is we've always wanted to take a couple's trip to Puerto Rico. He has family in Puerto Rico, and I would really love to see his culture and his family. And I don't speak Spanish, but I know like very, very un poquito. little, just a little bit to like, you know, help me out here and there. But that's always been something that Man and I have wanted to do. And now obviously having Tristan, we definitely want to go and take him so he can see his extended family that haven't already come and seen him here. It's just a little bit more difficult, obviously, with quarantine and COVID and everything. So we'll have to see how it all plays out, but that's definitely still something on our bucket list. How have you guys stayed together for so long? Communication. I can tell you that it hasn't been easy. It has been ups and downs with every relationship, but by far the most important aspect of any working relationship is communication. How long have you been trying for baby number 2? We have been trying, okay, we started last year, but not documenting it. So it's difficult for me to really pinpoint exactly how long, but I know that in September, it will mark our 2-year wedding anniversary, and we had already been starting before our 1-year anniversary. Or we started during our 1-year anniversary. So we are a little bit further than a year. And actually next week I will have a update video for you guys, anybody on my TTC journey. So make sure you stay tuned for that because I have another appointment coming up and I'm going to be including it in the next week's vlog. So be sure to stick around for that. How do you stay positive after getting so many negative pregnancy tests? It's difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very, very difficult. I find myself getting in kind of like a repetitive nature where I become almost obsessive with it. And so I constantly have to tell myself like, just breathe, it's fine. In God's time, it'll be okay. This is all playing out the way that it's supposed to be. But it's definitely easy to get wrapped up in that I have to take a test, I have to know, I have to figure it out, I have to find out why, I have to do it again, and then my period's gonna come, and then I gotta start all over, then I gotta start tracking, and I gotta take my temperature, and it becomes a lot. So if you guys haven't seen it, I have a whole arsenal of baby making products, and I will link that down below for that video, and I will put it up here in the card for you. I have a lot that we are using and that we are keeping on hand to make sure that we have the best chances possible to make baby number 2, but you know, sometimes it's just not in the cards, and I have to trust in God that He knows my plan and He knows when it's supposed to happen, and that's what I have to tell myself, and I have to just give it to God. So that's honestly my trick, my sanity. I pray and I give my burdens to God. So try that if you haven't yet. Next question: if you could tell your younger self advice, what would you say? Family is more important than anything. Family outweighs everything. Even when you think it doesn't, it does. We're not guaranteed tomorrow, we're not guaranteed tonight, and it's just gonna sound so cliched. I sound like a freaking Hallmark movie right now, but you really don't know what you have until you don't have it anymore. Opening up just a little bit more, I don't think I've ever talked about it on my channel, but last year my father lost his battle with cancer. He had renal cell carcinoma at stage 4 diagnosed, and he was diagnosed in 2018. The doctor that removed his kidney said, or renal cell is kidney cancer, and the doctor that removed it said that he wouldn't have longer than a year to live. But my dad, being the stubborn man that he is, lived over a year and 3 months, and he actually passed in April of last year. So that's why above anything else, above money, above your car, your house, your status, above anything else, family is more important. You need to make time for your family. Nothing else. Family. That would be my advice to her. Okay. Sorry, didn't plan on getting choked up. Anyway, yes, so next question. Do you have hopes of getting famous one day? No, I don't really care to be famous. I don't do YouTube to be famous or to be rich or anything like that. I really just do this for me. Like I said, it's kind of a therapy for me, and I want to keep a video diary for my baby and for the next baby. And honestly, I want to share my life with you guys, and if I can help you guys in any way, that's exactly why I do it. Your favorite alcoholic drink? I love wine. I am a wine drinker. Obviously not an alcoholic, but I do love my glass of wine at night if I need to just calm down and relax. Some people say, you know, to lay off the alcohol whenever you're trying to conceive and things like that. But then I've also heard the complete opposite, that if you're trying to conceive and you get so worked up and stressed about it, it's better to have just that glass of wine and not worry about it. So I kind of play both sides of it. Whenever we're trying, I try to refrain from drinking too much. But then any other time during my cycle, I have an occasional glass of wine. Who is the better cook? Manny, 110% Manny. I don't know how he does it. He literally just like grabs random things out of the shelf and like smells them, and he's like, they're gonna go good together. And like he can already envision this grand meal while I'm like reading the box of spaghetti about how long do I have to boil the water. Like we're worlds apart, but thankfully he loves to cook, so he is my little gourmet chef. Definitely Manny. Next question. Do you see the glass half full or half empty? If you can't tell by now, I am very much of a positive outlook type of person. I try to always see the silver lining of every situation, and if I can't understand or explain something, I will pray about it, and I will pray very hard, and I give my burdens to God. So I definitely see the glass half full versus half empty. We are halfway there, not halfway beaten. All right, next question. What are your life goals? Life goals. Is this gonna, I sound like just one giant cliche throughout this whole video, and I am so sorry, but honestly, I just want to be happy. Like, I want my kids to be happy. I want my husband to be happy. I want to be happy. When it comes down to it at the end of the day, that's all I want. It's just my family's happiness. Last question. What are your future plans? So obviously, if you guys are not new to my channel, you know that in the near future, hopefully we will have a new baby, a new member of our family. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We are still on our TTC journey, so that is definitely part of my future planning. I want to plan to have another baby within the next year. Hopefully it doesn't take a whole other year, but within the next couple of months to a year, and I want to pay down our debts. So we are in a good financial situation right now where we are able to pay off some student loans and get our, debt to income ratio worked out. And then from there, maybe purchase a home, because right now we're renting a home, and we would love to, settle our roots and really find a forever home so that Tristan can grow up in a good neighborhood and have his little buddies and really just set down some roots. And of course, I will be vlogging everything along the way. So that is pretty much it for tonight's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed and got to know me a little bit better. If you haven't yet, go ahead and smack that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all of my notifications so you'll know whenever new videos come out just like this. Like I said, I am doing a new video for my TTC journey next week, so if you're here for that, definitely stay tuned because I have got some exciting news coming. We have an appointment, like I said. I'm kind of teasing, sorry, but that will all be included in next week's video, so I hope to see you there. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!